So in this video, I'm going to explain problem of the solution which were recently asked in Codeforces round 898 related for division 4. So first let us enter our problem statement. So the name of the problem is B, building an aquarium. So what problem is said that we will be given some number of tiles which are represented in a form of array, and the ith index will be represent the height of the tile. So here you can see if my current element is 3, which means I have a tile like this of size 3. So now what problem is said, we have some units of water, and 1 unit of water is represented as one box in this grid. So we have to tell what is the maximum height we can construct such that my water is at most containing in them, which means I have utilized at most my number of units of water they have given, which means I have to tell them if I am having 8 unit of water, I cannot increase my height to this, which means the minimum height possible such that I have consumed at most number of cubic meter. You can see. So which means I cannot left an empty space in my aquarium. Here it is represented aquarium, which means the maximum height possible such that all the all the you can say all this rectangle you can say is filled with water, and none of the box is empty, or rather say none of the box is, or you can say my every box is containing a water or a piece of tile. So what is the maximum height possible? So now let's begin the problem conclusion or intuition. So I have taken the sample test case. The problem is simple. The problem is pretty much binary such type problem, because you can see for every I for every I will simply check if I construct height of this size, then I will simply check if my all the cells are containing water or a tile, which means when none of the box is empty. So for example in this case, if I took example like there, so first of all I will take for tile of height 1. So you can see if I take a tile of height 1, in this my all this subarray, in this my which means my all this which means my all this box is contained with tiles. So this is a valid, but it is not the maximum. So if I took the another, which means if I took a height of size 2, so you can see my all the tiles are containing water or or a tile piece, so which means my 2 is also a valid answer. So now, but it is not a maximum again, so now I will again check for the tile of height size 3. So you can see if I check this subarray, then you can see my this subarray will also contain also which means my this rectangle will also containing a tile piece or a water cubic meter. You can see a water unit, which means my 3 is also a valid answer. And now next I will check for 4, because my 3 is not a maximum again. So but now 4, you can see for 4 it also containing it is also not containing any empty box, which means my 4 is also a valid answer. But for 5, you can see if I took 5 here, you can see my all the water is empty, which means my all the water is not here, or rather say I have no, I haven't left any water at all, which means but this box you can see by these boxes are also always empty. But this is containing tile, this is empty, but this is containing tile, which means there are some boxes which are empty, which means my 5 cannot be answered at all. So what is the maximum answer possible? So my maximum answer possible was 4, so this is the only answer. So how you will check whether for the height h is there any empty box left or not? So it is a simple iterative code, you can see, or you can see if my current tile, you can see if my ith tile is smaller than my current height, then I will simply add height minus it is height which is coming from binary search. It is coming from binary search here. So I will simply add height minus tile of I in my current sum, and simply increase my counter. But in the case if my ith tile is greater than my h, then I simply do nothing and simply move to the next point. So if I show you the code, implementation is pretty much easy. So you can see I'm taking my at max unit as 10 to the power 10 and minimum as 0. Then I will iterate from all these answers and calculate the mid. If my current mid is possible, then I simply store it in my answer and increase my lower to mid plus 1. Or if my current I is not giving my correct answer, then I simply decrease my end pointer to mid minus 1. And if I show the code of this part, for checking whether the height of h is leaving any empty box or not, then you can see it is a simple iterative code. So you can see if my ith tile is smaller than mid, then I simply increase my count as mid minus my size of ith tile. If and I will simply return if my overall count is smaller than equal to k, which is cubic meter, which means I am not requiring any another unit of water for filling my space. If my count is greater than k, which means it is such a height edge which is requiring more water which is given to us, which means it is not a valid height, means it is not a valid height. So you can say if my current count is smaller than if my current count is smaller than my units of water, then it is a simply answer, or I will simply return yes or no based on this condition. So this is our problem. If you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Till next statement for the next one. Thank you.